What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Kellen here from Droid Life. What I'm going to do today is just walk through Google TV. What I've got is Sony's Internet Blu-ray player. I've had it for a couple days now, and finally had a chance to play with it enough to give you guys a good solid walkthrough of it. So I went with the Sony because it includes a Blu-ray player. There's also the Logitech player out there, the Logitech Review, which doesn't include a Blu-ray player. So basically it's $299. If you want the Sony with the Blu-ray player, it's $399. So it depends on what your needs are. They're basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure hardware specs and all that stuff's the same, but if you need a Blu-ray player, you go Sony. If you don't, you go Logitech. One of the other differences, though, is the remote that comes with it. With the Logitech Review, you get a full giant keyboard. I'm talking like full-on keyboard, and with the Sony, you get this little mini keyboard, which, I'm telling you right now, I really love this little keyboard. It's got mouse, trackpad up here, home, back, picture-in-picture button, menu button, and then over here it's just got your D-pad with an enter button. And I just like the overall feel of it. You also have a zoom and scroll button on the front, and it's just got this nice like feel to it. You can see you can nicely grip there and hold it in both hands. Anyway, it's just a really, really cool remote. Works with all your stuff. It's basically just a giant universal remote that has, full-on keyboard on it. So, yeah, I went with the Sony version because I need a Blu-ray player, but, there's also versions that have Google TV built into the actual TV. I'm just running an LG HD TV, so I went with the Blu-ray player. So here we go. Let's jump in, power up, and give you guys a walkthrough. And that does say Sony. No, it's not really focused all that well. I do have mine set to boot up to take a little bit more time. Basically, you get a couple options, and that says Google TV. Basically, you get a couple options when you first boot it up. One is to do a power saving mode, which I've done, which is powering the thing all the way off. Or there's a quick power on mode, which is just sort of like a standby. All right, so we're up and running. This is basically your home screen. So when you first of all, you got to set it up first time you turn it on. It's pretty much a breeze. But once you get it set up, this is where you're at. So you got your home screen, and on our keyboard, so I can get that to focus real quick. You got a home button right there. So every time you hit home, it just takes you right here. Okay, so we got bookmarks are your first thing, and it's basically, you can set up bookmarks just like you would on any sort of browser. You can see I can move around and select certain things, like obviously we got Droid Life bookmarked on there. Okay, so you got that. On the left over here, you got your whole sort of menu of other stuff, which you can, you can add, take stuff away from. You can totally customize that. But you got bookmarks, you got applications, which everyone probably really cares about, so we'll come back to those in a second. You got the spotlight section, which is basically a bunch of featured stuff that Sony has sort of picked out. I don't know if that's focused enough for you to see or not, but you can see spotlight. We got Blip TV, CNET, Crackles on here, HBO Go. So there's all kinds of stuff that they've already picked out for you, the onions on there, stuff that they've picked out for you to check out. If you go over, and basically that just goes right to their website. It's not like a special Google TV channel or anything like that. There's a most visited section, and most visited just, it's sort of like the history of your browser, pulls up all the stuff that you've been using the most, points that out for you. There's a queue, and the queue is sort of something I'm getting used to. Basically, this is like an RSS feed of videos that you can set up on your Google TV. So like right now, the only thing I have on there is House. It's one of my favorite shows, and that pulls a feed from Fox's actual channel and pulls in, when episodes are, live on there, and then I can watch them and just pull them straight up on here. You can also pull episodes, from like Amazon's video channel and things like that. This is one of those, I should talk about this now since we're here. Since I pulled up House, which is a Fox TV show, a lot of you have been hearing all this controversy surrounding the major networks and blocking, Google TV essentially. So ABC, NBC, CBS have all initially blocked Google TV from you accessing, their website and watching video on there. Supposing Google's in talks to figure that all out. Fox apparently is the only one that hasn't blocked yet, unless that's changed in the last, hour or so. So that's kind of the story there, and I will show you that actually later. But yeah, that's what Q is, basically like an RSS feed for videos that you want to watch later on, things like that. There's a section called What's On. And what's on is basically hooks up to whatever your TV cable provider is. So I'm Comcast, but it works with DirecTV and all those too. And basically you can just pick a section. So if I go down here to sports, check out sports, it loads up all the sports that are running right now, and it tells you how long they've got left. So you can see around the league, American Chopper, up at the top, Jim Rome's Burning's on, and there's 20 minutes left. So it tells you what's left, and all you have to do is click on that, and it'll take you right to, that show. Okay, so that's kind of a cool little thing. The last thing is Sony recommends, and this is just what comes stock loaded on here already. I haven't messed with any of the other channel stuff, and this is just more recommendations from them. You can see Crackles on there. There's a Michael Jackson music thing, some Dr. Oz stuff. So it's just more stuff that Sony's preloaded on there that they feel you should check out if you have a few minutes. Okay, so that's pretty much your home screen. From here though, we can hit our menu button just like you would on like your phone. So remember, this runs on Android. So if we hit menu, and we get an edit button, and we can go edit, and then it lets you choose and customize all the stuff that you're showing over here. Okay, so you can remove Sony Spotlight and recommend if you don't care about any of that stuff. You can add to it, all kinds of stuff like that, okay? All right, so that's our home screen. Let's just go up and show you what you probably really care about, and that is the browser. So let me just go straight over, and let's go to droidlife.com. It is pretty crazy to look at your website on a giant HD screen. Okay, so here's Droid Life. Pulled it up. See how fast it was. It's connected wirelessly to my network here at home. I'm running Comcast cable. It's pretty fast. Okay, so once you're on here, we go back to our remote. So we can use up and down arrows. You can see that we can scroll up and down. What's really cool though is the mouse trackpad we have over on the right. So if I just use my thumb on there, you can see, let me zoom in a little bit here, give you guys a better view of that. See, we got an arrow there now, and I'm just using my thumb on this trackpad to go around. And if I want to click on something, I just hover over a link like you would a mouse and click the button in, and it takes me right to that. Okay. One of the cool things also with this, this mouse trackpad is we have scroll, I don't know if you could read that, scroll and zoom buttons. So when you're on a browser, if we hold zoom, and then flick down on this mouse pad, you can see we can scroll just like you would with like a mouse or something like that. And then if we want to zoom in, we just hold zoom and do the same thing. It should zoom us in and out. There we go, zooming out, okay? Can zoom back in. There we go. Okay, so you can see it functions just like a computer, like a mouse, sort of like your phone, kind of all mixed into one. Okay, so that's browser. Let's show you that this is full browser with Flash. I'll show you that by pulling up a video that we have here on Droid Life. So let's scroll down. So we did a quick video of Reckless Racing yesterday. It's a great game, by the way, if you guys haven't picked this up yet. So you can see I'm just navigating around this just like you would a browser, but I just have this really cool remote, and it just happens to be on my TV. Okay. Let's let this video sort of populate real quick. There we go. YouTube video, Flash video. It will play. All I gotta do is click on it just like you would normally, and it starts playing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Calendar for Droid.
Pretty cool, right?
Today is this new game.
And if I want to pause it, we just go over here and click pause, and it pauses it again. But you see that it's, really nice quality. It's blown up. It's big. It's on your screen. It plays it in the browser. It's fully functional. It's a real browser. Okay. The other thing, I'm not sure if you can see this. So if I zoom out, you can see our toolbar down here that we have on our site. You can also get into that and play with that if you want. I mean, you can do anything you would on any other browser, except go to like ABC, NBC, and all those sites and actually watch their video because they've decided to block us. And hold on, I'm gonna lower camera real quick. Get a better view of this here. Okay, let's show you ABC. Okay, if we go to ABC, oh, actually I should probably show you how I'm doing this. On the remote, we actually have a search button right here. So from wherever you are, anywhere in your Google TV, all you do is just tap the search button, and it pops that right up. So let me show you that again. All we do is hit search, and right away it pops up with a search. So we can go abc.com, and it will auto-populate some search results. So you can see first up we get go to website. Well, here, let me unhighlight that. So go to website, And then we get search TV and web for abc.com. It also goes to abc.go.com and pulls up other videos that are on that website that we might want to watch. Okay, so it does this sort of cool search thing. It usually looks for videos because you're watching on TV, but it does pull up all that stuff. So let's just go to the website and see what we got here. And it's definitely full on abc.com. Okay, so let's say we want to watch a video on here. So Desperate Housewives, you see they got videos listed up over here. Let's just go ahead and click on one, and we're going to show you what's going to happen. And we get nothing. And then we get an error. And here we go. Operating system or browser you're using is not currently supported. List of recommended browsers. Okay, this is the error that everyone's getting on abc.com, NBC, CBS. I also got it on Comcast.com. There's a HBO Go channel actually listed in the spotlight, and if you go to that, it actually redirects you, if you're on Comcast, to fancast.com, which also gives you this error. So there's a lot of bugs that need to be worked out between Google and all of these TV and network providers to get us full access to stuff. So if there's one big hiccup so far, that's it right there. It's that a lot of these websites don't know what to do with Google TV, and they're blocking most of the video off of their sites. I mean, you can do everything else on this site, but ABC being all about video, you're kind of screwed and you can't watch any video. So that's sort of an issue. Okay, so now back to the good stuff, the actual fun stuff. One of the cool things we can do is in the browser, you can open up multiple tabs. So like one of the things, see this button right here is our menu button. If we just tap that, we get a menu down at the bottom of the screen. One says new tab, incognito, close tab, tab history, all kinds of stuff. So let's just say we want to leave Droid Life open up a new tab, just like we would in our Chrome browser on the computer or something. And there you go, I opened up a whole new tab. If you want to control your tabs, all you do is hit the search button, and then up in the top right, there is sort of a tab looking button up there, and all we do is click on that, and you can see it displays all the tabs we have open. You can close them, you can choose them, you can scroll between them, choose whatever you want, and then of course there's our home, and we can close that actually if we want to. So you can select one, whatever you want to do. So that's a pretty sweet little feature. From here also, we can hit this star button right here, which is our favorites. And that will allow you to add whatever page you're on to, bookmarks to your feed if you want to subscribe to the feed on that site. So definitely some involved stuff going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'm going to go ahead and go back home. All right, so we're going to show you some of the applications that are loaded on here now. I know a lot of you this is one of the things you really care about as far as Google TV goes. Just want to let you know that there is not a market to download additional apps yet. There's rumors and news that this will be available hopefully in the first part of the year to be able to download additional apps. And I believe they're looking for developers and all of that stuff. So this is sort of a growing thing. Google Internet TV is so new that, we're still learning and developing along the way. So anyway, let's look at some of these apps. First one up is the CNBC Real Time, which is just video. There's a disc player for me because I got the Blu-ray version. There is a gallery, which is just like your Froyo, or I think actually it was the 2.1 gallery, wasn't it? Which is kind of cool. It's that 3D gallery. You can see you can go into pictures and you can just flip between them just like you would, on your phone. So it's kind of cool. It's on your screen. Show you that. There's the... after that focuses. There's a Google Chrome browser right there. And I've already showed you the browser. There's a help guide. Here's your media player in case you have, like I said, something, USB on there with media attached to it. Don't have that on there right now, so I'm not gonna show you that. Napster, if you have a Napster account, you can stream your Napster right from your TV. So, that would be through your home stereo and all that. There is this NBA Gametime app, which if you're, can't think of the word for it right now. If you're part of NBA, let's just go to it and look since I'm lost for words. If you're part of their premium package, their whole on-demand package, you can actually stream video. I'm pretty sure you can stream all the games right here. For now, since I don't have that package, you can look at video highlights, check up like live scores and all of that stuff. So it's kind of a cool app they've included on there, especially for me being a basketball junkie. See what else we got on here. We do have Netflix, so this does have Netflix support. So as long as you have a Netflix account, you can stream video straight to here. There is a timer app. There is Pandora, so you can hook up your Pandora account and stream music right to your TV. There's this Curiosity app, which I'll load up for you real quick just so you can see it. Haven't played with it. It's totally new to me, but I just want to show you sort of what it is real quick. Okay, so it's just more video on demand. Basically, it's like a movie rentals thing. So you can see right up top here, you can rent Iron Man 2. There's all kinds of movies on. They got new movies that are, not released yet that are in theaters and stuff like that. So that's what Curiosity is. There is a settings menu, so we can go ahead and check out settings. And of course, you get all sorts of different stuff. This is where you set up basically everything, your network. If you're using a receiver, home theater, your picture, your sound, all that stuff's all done right here. Okay, so full on settings menu. Oh, let's get back here. And then a couple more things down at the bottom. There's a Sony recommends, which is basically like the spotlight and all that stuff. I'm not going to show you that. You can get to directly to your TV just by clicking on that app. And then there's a Twitter app, which is actually kind of cool. I just wish there was a few things added to it, like lists. I haven't been able to figure out how to get lists on there. But you can see it's kind of a nice layout and sort of a nice look to this Twitter app. You can see right there, Androinica. They've been talking about their Logitech review all day. All the Android blogs are getting their stuff over the last couple of days, so we're all talking about it. So you can see I can just scroll through and check out my whole Twitter feed right here. You can post tweets, all kinds of stuff. And let's just show you that actually. So if I want to write a new tweet, just hit the new tweet button. It says what's happening. I just click in there, and then I pull out my keyboard and I can say, and I can type, what up? And filming, oops, can't type. Filming Google, wow, I'm really struggling. Google TV review. And then we go ahead and just post that. And everyone will go, oh, really? That's sweet, I think. So anyway, and there we go. It already shows up there. So it's kind of cool that you can do that right from your TV with just this little remote. All right, let's go back. So that's basically it for applications for now. There's not a lot on here, but there's just enough to, get done what you need to get done, okay? So let's go back and show you probably one of the most important things you care about is the TV part of it, okay? So on our remote, we got buttons right here for TV. So let's just hit TV.
Next question.
And it takes us right into TV. And let me just turn that down a little bit. It's a little loud. All right, so from here, we can flip through channels. I'm using this remote. I can look at my guide. Like I said, I got Comcast. I can pull up my guide. I can look at, whatever I want to look at, movies, TV, all that good stuff, right? But the big thing is the whole picture-in-picture internet while you're on the TV thing, right? So that's where this button right here comes in. This is your picture-in-picture button. All I do is tap on that, and it immediately minimizes our TV to the bottom right corner. As far as I know, that's the corner that's permanently placed in. I don't know if you can move that up, and as far as I know, you can't resize that either. But you can see we got TV going on there, and what we can do is browse around, and I can say, let's check out Droid Life. I took a picture of this the other day for you guys, but you can see we got Droid Life and TV. I can also go to, like, let's say I want to get on Twitter. I can load up Hootsuite, which is one of my favorite Twitter clients, and they have a browser version. Oops. Sorry, I totally screwed that up. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Hootsuite, got the browser up, got the TV down there. I can maintain all my Twitter stuff and watch TV at the same time. That's pretty phenomenal, right? I can't say how much fun this has been over the last few days just playing with this thing. So yeah, check all that stuff out. That's pretty much, the full rundown. I could go into like full detail on what the keyboard's got going on, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's got your standard Blu-ray controls. It controls, my cable, my TV, my Blu-ray player, and my receiver for my surround sound. So it kind of does it all. It's a fantastic remote. Like I said, the Logitech has that big full keyboard, and this just has the sort of small, nice little grippy one. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much Google TV walkthrough. This is the Sony Blu-ray version. As we find out more stuff, we'll surely share it with you. I know you guys, this is an expensive thing, so you guys want to, learn as much as you can about it beforehand. And if we want to go back and just watch TV, we can either the TV button, or let's say we don't want it down there, you can close it, or you can go back to full screen, whatever you want to do. Let's just close it real quick. But yeah, we'll post up more information. Drop your questions at the blog. Like I said, we're Droid Life. Check us out there, and we'll try to fill you in as much as we can to get you guys really familiar with this stuff. There's already people booting this thing into the bootloader. Remember this, I think bootloader recovery. I think it's recovery. This is, Android based, so expect there to be some sort of hacking, modding crowd. Who knows if we'll get root access and you can remove Sony Spotlight. We can get access to abc.com and all that stuff. Who really knows, right? It's endless since it's Android. But yeah, this Google TV. Check us out the blog. We're Droid Life. Peace.